Whenever you're ready.
You ready, intern?
Yeah. All right, bet.
All right.
Okay. Hopefully the sound works this time, and it stays working.
Second time, man. Second time. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you want to do it, Bob, or you want me to do it?
I'll do it, man. What's up, people? This is episode 3 of the Block Talk Podcast. Welcome back.
Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Hey, episode 3 of the Block Talk Podcast.
Yes, sir.
So, so the first podcast we did was okay. The second one we did was better, and I think this one is gonna be even better.
Even better. If we can get this sound quality better.
Yeah. It's a process. You do things, you learn, and then sometimes computers just messes with you for no reason.
You know what they say in the church? With every new level, there's a new devil. Preach.
That's a little early in the segment, ain't it?
Preach.
I thought we were saving that for the end.
Preach.
I thought that was a building block for the end.
Give them to it early. Give them to it early.
I feel you.
Yeah. But you know what? As we get better, things will get better. Better topics, better conversations, more engagement.
Yeah.
So let's keep going from there, man. What you got first on the docket?
So the first thing I got on the docket
again,
tough, but look, is the 2 most recent internet challenges.
Yes, sir.
For the women, it's been the silhouette challenge and the busted challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much, women will say like, "Don't objectify women." Mm-hmm. And like I said, I love women. I think women are great.
Amazing.
I'm not he-man woman hater. I promise. I promise. But
I guarantee
it. You'll love the way you look. No. But women will do stuff that's like super sexual, mm-hmm. and then be like, "Don't look at me in a sexual way." Mm-hmm. Like, no, I'm doing it. I'm going to look at you in a sexual way.
I am going to sexualize you.
Yeah. So they'll be like busted, and then they'll show like they ass, or they'll do like a silhouette challenge showing their curves and they figure. Mm-hmm. And to me, if you're doing that, you're saying, "Look at me." You're saying, "Look at me." You're mm-hmm. saying, "Admire me," or whatever. Like, mm-hmm. want me, whatever. That's what I feel. But then, so I was talking to one of these girls, and she said, when a woman does it, it's woman empowerment. It's them owning their sexuality. Mm-hmm. But if a man says something about it, we out of line.
Right.
And I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I get what you're saying, but I think it's the double standard of society that we live in today. Like, guys just can't speak on girls, and that's just what it is. Like, I mean, just keep it 100. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I mean, like I'm on the side of, certain conversations everybody should be able to, participate in or whatever. Mm-hmm. But in this particular scenario, I think like we came to the conclusion that like I think there's a difference between a woman being sexy and then like not being sexual. Mm-hmm. Like I can't say I'll be 100% okay with my girl doing any of these challenges or whatever, but not because I don't want her being sexy. Like, go ahead, do you or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's more so about how we know society would look at this. Like, we're looking at from very sexual eyes. Mm-hmm. We're looking at these from a perspective of intentionally mm-hmm. objectifying women.
Yeah.
And that should be saved, for me or whatever. Like, we do that. Like, I objectify her around the house all the time, and she wouldn't love me if I didn't objectify her around the house. Like, that's just what it is. Uh-huh. And I think like when it's consensual, or it's
Well, no. If you put your body on the internet in a sexual manner, I feel like anything that anybody says after that is pretty.
But consensual. I don't think it's sexual. I think it's just in a sexy manner. That's it.
But if people will view sexy things in a sexual manner, because you live in a society, how people are. So it ain't like you'll be like, I'm about to be so different. When I post this, everybody's just going to accept this as what it is. No, you got cheeks. Like, look at them. Look at them. You got cake. I love it.
That pound cake.
Like, I love it.
No, but I mean, I think here's the difference is like if you saw a girl doing the busted challenge and let's say a pair of sweats, would you look at her for a sexy manner or in a sexual manner?
I'm gonna look at her as a waste of time. because that's not what I came here for.
No, but
like, you can
can
start the busted challenge in this jogging pants, but when the beat drop, you gotta change. If you like the beat drop and you want some jogging pants, man, I'm reporting your profile.
That's the point.
You going to jail?
Call Mark. No, but I think the point of it is just to have fun and just to dance or whatever, because that's essentially what it is. Yeah. Unfortunately, like I haven't seen any of these busted challenges with other races, but I've only seen from black people or black women or whatever.
Right.
And unfortunately, when black women do something, any kind of moving their body, it's over sexualized. When it shouldn't be that way. No, I agree. They're just having fun or whatever. And I'm with it. And I'm not one of these guys that just sit up here and you shouldn't disrespect yourself like that.
I would never.
Nigga, shut up and watch this ass bounce.
Right, exactly.
Like when the WAP video came out, dude, you don't understand. Like I'm like, all these dudes came out of the woodwork talking about, you wouldn't let your daughter listen to this, or you wouldn't do this, and you wouldn't do that, and how can you don't respect yourself, and how dare you never find a good man? And I'm like, bro, did you see all that ass? Did you not see that? Bounce it.
When WAP first came out, I couldn't listen to the song, and I still can't really listen to the song now. But I wanted to see the video, so I just put it on mute and watched it. That's the same thing I did with the Beyonce Check-Up on the video for the Pink Panther soundtrack. I'm like, I'm gonna just mute it.
I don't even remember that. Oh,
with Slim Thug, I think.
I don't remember that video. I remember the song. I don't remember the video.
I was like Pink Panther, like sexy pink tight clothes and shit.
Oh, I don't remember that video.
Yeah, no, I'm mute.
But yeah, I'm definitely not that, man. Like a lot of these guys need to just shut up, sit back, watch that ass shake, and be happy, man. Like what you was okay when the Yin Yang Twins was whispering in your ear, but now you got a problem with the WAP and all that other stuff. Man, I don't care about that stuff. No. But yeah, like I was saying, I think is the difference between being sexy and being sexual. Because it's not like they out here doing mating calls and shit. Like it's whatever.
I think it kind of is though.
I don't think it. I mean, yeah, I don't think it is.
I believe. You know what?
In a way, I can understand.
I don't want to dig myself into a hole, because I just say I'm not a He-Man woman hater, but the more I'm going to go down this hole, the more I'm going to sound like that guy. But and I don't want to be that.
I understand what you're saying, though.
Because, like, I feel like, kind of like Dave Chappelle said, like, women's thing is material and the guy's thing is a woman, right?
Yeah. And
everything a guy does is to get a woman,
right? To get that woman, right.
And I feel like a lot of things that women do are for guys.
Right.
They always say, it's for me. Like when they get their boobs done, when they get their ass done, it's for me. It's for me. No, it's not. You've been sitting on your flat ass for years and it's never bothered you. You know what I'm saying? But then you see all these other girls getting ass shots with big booties, like they pants fit nice, and you feel bad because you cardboard out here and it's tough for you. Nobody's looking at you twice. Like you can't do the silhouette challenge. You out here looking like a lowercase L. We not
a zipper.
Boy. But anyway, out of the two challenges, which is your favorite?
Definitely silhouette.
I'm gonna say the silhouette too.
Definitely the silhouette challenge.
I'm gonna say the silhouette.
Yeah.
I haven't seen as many of the silhouette as I have the busted, but hopefully it becomes more popular in time and it'll flood my timeline.
Yeah. Check Twitter. Check Twitter. Just hashtag silhouette challenge.
All right,
that's your friend.
All right, bet. And while we on this. I did not mean to dominate the first part of this.
It's cool,
but
cool.
Strip clubs are opening back up.
I didn't know that.
So strip clubs have been closed for a while, and they're opening back up on the 1st.
Okay.
And I'm
February?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm excited.
Are you?
Yeah, because the strip club is like the one place I can tell a woman no. I love it. No matter what you try
the rules are different.
Yeah, the rules you have no control here. Yes. The women come up to me, they talk to me, and then I can be like, you know what, I'm done talking to you. Excuse yourself. You know what I'm saying? I could never do that out in the wild. I could never do that in public.
In the wild.
In the wild, you know what I'm saying? A girl come to talk to me in the wild, I'm like, oh my God, she's talking to me because she genuinely wants to.
Right.
But in here, I understand the rules, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to get her money, yada, yada. Right, and then I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to make you think you got a shot of me having to dance. And I'll be like, you know what? No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I enjoy telling women no. Because I don't get to do it too often.
It's like the game over. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
y'all out of lamb chops? Okay, we out.
Oh shit.
Man, so speaking of the strip club, I had told my one of my coworkers, he's a high-low driver. I had told him we had got on the subject. I don't know how, but we got on the subject of strip clubs or whatever, and they was talking about it or whatever. And you know me, I just don't go or whatever. But I had told him like, yeah, I went to the strip club for the first time like it was like 2 years ago almost. Yeah, because it was
the time the stripper tried to put her titty in my mouth, right?
Was it for your birthday?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Dog, she dead ass tried to put her titty in my mouth.
Whoa.
Like she sat on my lap and tried, like she was trying to like feed me, bro. Yeah, she tried to breastfeed me. And then, remember we was trying to dip because you and your brother was about to go to like see Avengers or something.
Yeah, we was finna go see Avengers.
Yeah. And she was like, you know, like I like you, like you're so chill, like you're not in a rush. I'm like, I'm actually really in a rush.
I actually got to go.
I actually
really you had a game that night.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. You had a flat foot. No, I think it was basketball. No, it was football.
I don't remember what I was playing.
But I know you had a rec league game that night. So that was
but she tried to like force feed me her titty.
Wow.
Like stripper titty. Like
man, they always had to force feed you, don't they? They just forcing upon us, man. We just victims out here. But yeah, I was telling them like yeah, you know, I went to the strip club for the first time like a couple years ago or whatever. And I was like, it was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. He's like, you never went back? I'm like, no, I have no plans on going back ever. Like, it was exactly what I planned on it to be. I said, no, what I didn't plan on, the food was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, the food was amazing. I said, we went to day shift, man, it was great.
Yeah.
I said, I'll go back for the food, but it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Like, just ass and titties everywhere. So.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good environment to eat wings.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
You know me, I was weirdo. I had the Philly steak and cheese.
This nigga got Philly steak and cheese at a strip club. That's tough.
And smashed.
But it was like, so you said it was good. I got the wings, you know what I'm saying?
It was smashed.
One time I went to the strip club with my cousin. And I'm going to have to tag her in this because she know the story. So me and my cousin went up there. And we sitting by the stage because the booths cost or whatever. But you can sit on the stage for free. So we sitting there, we got our food. She put our drinks like on the stage, but it's like a banister, so the girls ain't supposed to be able to knock your stuff over.
Right.
One girl went super duper wild and knocked our drinks clean over.
Wow.
And then she just kept dancing like she ain't knocked that shit over.
She paid for him, right?
No, what a lady gave us another one.
Oh, okay. Somebody paid for him.
You ain't see her kick our drink across the fucking lobby? But
I put my shit in the backseat of my car.
Yeah, man. No, but a good old Pantheon, man.
You know, is that the one we went to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. Like I said, I just showed up on my boy G, and actually AJ, our friend AJ, talked me into it. I wasn't even gonna go. And then,
well, good job, AJ.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that.
No, but I feel like I had talked to him about it, but I didn't talk to you about it because I knew you wouldn't want to go.
Yeah, because I had actually, what you doing for your birthday? You was like, yeah, I'm going to day shift or whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, hey, birthday, bro. I'll see you later. Because at the time, well, in general, I just don't do strip clubs. But I was also trying to save some money to like, I was moving out that year. I was moving out, getting my apartment or whatever. And I was like trying to save money and junk. And so it was actually weird because I had to... I was giving my girlfriend my money to save for me. So like when I got paid, I would cash out for like $250. Like, hey, say this for me, say this for me, say this for me, until I had the money to move out or whatever. So I hit her up like, hey, I'm going to strip club with G. Send me some of the money in my savings.
So you told her you was going and she just said okay?
Yeah, I mean, what? Like,
I didn't even tell my girl at the time I was going.
Oh, you was with...
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that long pause. I was like, wait, who?
Because you remember my ex showed up too.
Yeah.
My ex showed up.
Yeah. I was trying to remember who you was with, but I remember who you was with. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then you know what? Afterwards, after I got back, she didn't ask me what I did that day.
Wow.
No, she didn't ask, so I didn't say nothing.
That's not love.
Because I didn't want to be like, yeah, I went to this strip club and then this girl, she put her titty in my mouth. She tried to put her titty in my mouth.
Of course I denied it.
Yeah, right. No, I'm like,
That's not my girlfriend's nipple. That's tough. That is tough.
No.
But yeah, so that was a cool experience. Like I said, I'll go back for the food.
Yeah.
But it was par for the course. I knew what was coming.
I want to say though, Coliseum got the best steak.
I ain't a big steak guy.
Right? Oh shit. Let's get off of this. Hey, what's next on the docket? What we got on the docket?
So when this episode comes out, it'll be the first Wednesday in February, which is unfortunately is Black History Month. And I say unfortunately, yeah, I saw your face. I say unfortunately because it's the shortest month in the year, and they was like, "Here, niggas, take that." So, but we do have some for all the people that are against Black History Month. You just go ahead and skip this.
Niggas against Black History Month?
I know a lot of people that are against Black History Month.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I understand why, but I don't agree with it. Like, at some point, you gotta celebrate the small victories that that we do have or whatever, and then just even if you take this time to acknowledge, like, even if you celebrate the people around you, celebrate your family or whatever. Like, think about the things like we could be in a total different time right now. Like, thank God we are born into the day we were born in, or the time we were born in, because it could be so much different. Well, not for you, for me.
Whoa,
you'll be a house nigga.
Target,
yes,
Target.
You light skin. You a light bulb. You'll be in the house.
Yo.
Like, I'll probably be on the field somewhere. But yeah, so it's Black History Month, and I wanted to just give a little shout out to one of the people, lesser known Black history figures or whatever. And first off, R.I.P. Cicely Tyson.
Yeah,
R.I.P. Cicely Tyson. One of our acting phenoms, one of the people that put on the acting clinic, as the people would say. But I don't think we should look at this in a bad light, man. She was 96 when she died. Yeah. That is a full life, yo.
Full.
If I live to be 96, y'all be popping bottles. I don't even drink.
No.
Popping bottles if I die at 96.
Man, that's that's
pour one out for me.
That's
on my
a long time, bro. She lived through segregation.
She lived through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, all of that shit.
All of that stuff, yo. Tough. That's a lot. And then just imagine all the knowledge she passed on. I don't know if she had any kids or not or whatever, but all the knowledge she passed on to her kids or her grandkids or her nieces or her whatever. Right. Like, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of years, a lot of stuff we could take on and learn from or whatever. But enough of that. The person Black history figure I chose to pick was, of course, an artist by the name of Jacob. Yeah, got to put on for the artist, because lately only people that really get some shine is like Basquiat. Everybody know who Basquiat is. Like, he was, Harlem, all that stuff, New York artist or whatever. But it's a lot of people that impacted people like Basquiat that we have no idea about. Right. So this guy, his name is Jacob Lawrence. He was born in 1917 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. He was raised in Harlem, New York. He was a prolific painter who portrayed African Americans in his art. Lawrence was a visual storyteller. His paintings were narrations of circumstantial and historical events in Black life. One of the biggest pieces he did was called The Great Migration. And it's a total of 60 pieces that shows the migration of Black people from the South to the North looking for jobs and shit. But he did these 60 pieces at the age of 25. Yeah, and so they up in some museum somewhere or whatever. But really dope. I looked at them. It's really dope seeing these different. They look almost like pop art, not necessarily actual, not realistic, but it's more like caricatures. Right. And you see these different people travel on the train and going to the city life and moving from the country and learning how to work with their hands and work in factories and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool art. So shout out to Jacob Lawrence, artist. If you guys have a chance, look him up. If you are an artist, a painter, draw an artist or whatever, look him up, get some inspiration. All right.
Yeah, and I actually selected one too. The guy I picked, his name was Lonnie Johnson. So he is an inventor, but the dude also worked at NASA, right? Yeah. And what he's known for is the Super Soaker.
The GOAT.
Yeah, so pretty much dude was just doing NASA science stuff, and he decided to, invent a Super Soaker. And he was in the news a couple years ago with a lawsuit from Hasbro because what happened was Hasbro had been shorting him on the royalties he was supposed to get. Right. So in 2013, he sued and he got paid about $73 million.
That's crazy.
Got paid about 73 mil, and they say the Super Soaker is over $1 billion in sales.
That's crazy.
So I just want to shout out, Lonnie Johnson for the Super Soaker for making our childhoods fun.
Exactly. And imagine all the knockoff Super Soakers that came from
for
that.
Sure.
The water gun industry, just because of this guy, is booming. Mm-hmm. Like it's ridiculous.
Me and AJ actually met over Super Soakers.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy. I know that. That's crazy.
Yes.
I think I had a knockoff Super Soaker. I didn't have a real Super Soaker.
Yeah, me neither.
I think I had a knockoff. It wasn't one of them knockoffs where you pump in this spray. Mine actually, you got to pump it and then pull the trigger. You got them other ones from the dollar store. You pump it and it spray automatically. Like that's cheap. No, mine wasn't like that. Yep. But I remember I actually broke mine. I broke the little canister that holds the water or whatever. So innovation, man. My dad got an old 2-liter, filled it up, screwed it on, and it worked perfectly. So ever since then, like if I lost my 2-liter, get another one.
That's tough.
Rinse
That's
it
sweet,
out.
though.
Rinse it out with some hot water. Make sure it ain't no more pop or whatever in it, so it ain't all sticky. Screw that joint on. You good? When you on the popping, and it held more water because it's a big ass 2-liter, so it held more water.
What happened?
So it was straight.
My neighbor across the street had like the super deluxe Super Soaker, and we had a water fight. Got my ass whooped. And I'm telling you, I was so mad. I dead ass went in the house and didn't come back out none that day. Like, this nigga had the Super Soaker with the backpack and that shit. Like, nigga, why your shit take batteries, dog? Like, dog.
The 9,000.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? And I had the knockoff one where when you pull, it squirts. That's what I had. So I'm doing this, and this nigga just like, damn, like I was
semi-automatic.
Yeah, I was dead ass out my weight class on that one.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
No.
That is horrible, man. Oh man. So episode 1, I brought up how like I wasn't drawing or whatever. I haven't drawn in like years, but I actually drew something and I finished it, and like I'm like super proud of it.
Oh, the one picture with the moon?
Yeah. Like I'm super proud of it or whatever, and it made me think about like I took a whole Saturday and just did nothing or whatever, and it made me think about this thing now that's been the trend for the past like 2-3 years, self-care days. And like people talk about your mental health and making sure you're taking just some time for yourself and just decompress. Some people do other things. Like I know some people just read for self-care. Some people actually go out and get like, some girls go get like manicures and pedicures, stuff like that. I actually know some guys who go out and get, mani-pedis or whatever.
I need a pedi bad, bro.
Like I haven't really gotten one before, but I know some guys who got it.
I need it.
I hear it's like definitely worth it.
Like, I feel like it would probably actually improve my balance at this point because this shit is treacherous.
I want to get one done, but like my cuticles is like horrible because I bite my nails a lot.
Me too.
So like my cuticles is bad. But yeah. So when I left that episode 1, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna actually start back drawing or whatever. So I took that Saturday. Excuse me. I took that Saturday. And I started drawing or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Saturday is going to be my self-care day or whatever. And it just made me think about, what other guys do for self-care. Because we see it, girls love flaunting what they do for their self-care.
Absolutely.
No bad vibes and keep that toxic stuff over there. Got to keep myself safe, all that stuff.
Right.
But like, you don't really hear too much about guys. Like guys don't really share too much.
Yeah.
So like,
even if guys did, nobody would care.
Nobody would care. It's a cry on deaf ears.
Right.
Seriously. So what do you do for self-care?
Self-care for me, man, is the ability to do nothing. So, or to not have any responsibility to anyone or anything. So for me, self-care is just being able to be in my room, play some 2K, play some chess, whatever I want to do. But I don't got to worry about nobody asking me to do nothing, nobody telling me to do anything. For whether it's a whole day or a couple hours throughout the day, I know whatever I choose to do with my time is mine.
Right.
And even sometimes if I have extended time periods, like when I was off for the past 2 weeks, I'm like, you know what? I feel like writing some music because I don't write music nearly as much just because my time is so limited now. So when I get some time, I'm like, you know what? I played some 2K. I lost. Didn't feel like doing that no more. Played some chess. Took some L's. Didn't feel like doing that no more. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write some music. Something I know I can win at.
All right.
But what about you for your self-care, though?
I think, so, like I said, the Saturdays, the drawing has been... It was so refreshing, and you know what? It actually made me mad. Like I had like a bad day Monday, and then I called in Tuesday. I called in, and like it's very rare for me to call in. So I called in Tuesday, but like I always like plan my my schedule for my team ahead of time. So so at the end of the night Monday, I already make Tuesday's schedule. Then the night Tuesday, I make Wednesday's schedule. So so if anything happened, if I come in late or whatever, the supervisor can go on my drawer, pull the schedule out, put it up, and they can run perfectly as if I'm there. So lucky him. But yeah, I was like, I called in, I text him, I text my supervisor, I text my supervisor's manager, put them in the group chat, and I was like, look, I called in, I'm using my sick day, I'm not coming in.
Right.
And I stayed home and I drew all day, and it was amazing, yo.
Nice.
Like it was amazing. Like I've been to work, and it actually flooded over into Wednesday when I went back to work. And I went to work and I was like, I'm not finna care about nothing. And when I say our numbers dropped so much, and I did not care. Like I'm like, bro, I am gone at 10 o'clock. Like that's the beauty. So we went from 10-hour shifts to 8-hour shifts. So now we are essentially at this plant running 24 hours, 5 days a week. Where before we were only running like, I think like 21 hours, 20, something like that. But it was just 2 teams would work each day. Now all 3 teams are working all, these days or whatever. So it's ridiculous. But the good thing is we don't have to stay over. Where before, if we ran those 10 hours, we had to stay over if the numbers is low. Right. Because it's another 2 hours before somebody come in. Right. Now, somebody's coming in right behind us. Right. So I'm like, look, bro, at 10 o'clock come, I'm out. I don't care what y'all say because the other team is here. Right. So numbers dropped. I didn't care. I didn't rush. I didn't like all my trainees. I didn't care about them. Whatever they had going on. Be on your phone, bro. I don't care. Like,
so you was there with it.
Look, I was with the shits.
Yeah. So that's actually a perfect segue to something I wanted to talk about. Way to go. Look, so how many jobs have you had?
Let's see. Meyer, U-Haul.
This nigga counted Meyer. That shit's tough.
Yeah. I worked at Meyer for like 2 months.
You was there for 2 months?
Yeah.
I thought you was there for like 3 weeks.
No, it was like 2 months.
Damn.
Yep. Meyer, U-Haul, that one plant, the grocery store, and then the other 2 jobs. So about, including this one, 8.
So, tell me about the worst supervisor or manager you've ever had out of any of your jobs. Or if you want me to go first while you think about that, I can do that too.
Nah, I got it. So, at this one job, I'm not gonna say the place or whatever, because I still go there. I still frequent this particular place. But it was horrible. So at the end of the night, it was a pretty much a skeleton crew. Very few people. At the end of the night, or at the end of the week, we had to do, on Thursdays, we had to do drops. So we had to take however much was in the drawer, take out 500, drop it into the bank or whatever. And so, and then, so apparently, like, if your drawer was short, you had to replace the money or whatever. Like, I think it was like a margin of like $4 you can get away with or whatever. But if it was short anything over that, that's it. You got to pay for it. So, end of the week come.
Who the fuck kind of shit is that?
Yeah. So.
Nigga, I'm quitting.
Look, no longer there. So end of the week come or whatever. And like my drawer came up $40 short. This is the thing though. We had just had a thunderstorm came through and knocked the entire power out. So everything was shut down for like maybe 30 minutes or whatever. So we couldn't do any transactions for people, nothing or whatever. So, and then for me, I wasn't on the registers like that anyway. I was on the registers only when we had a large amount of customers in the store or whatever. Other than that, I was outside in the back, running errands or whatever. So this one particular time, I was, on the drawer back and forth or whatever, and they come to drop the money. We $40 short, and I'm like, I'm not giving up $40. Right. Like, y'all got me messed up. Like, y'all know the power just went out. Like, check y'all system. Something must have went wrong because I'm not finna put no $40 in this place. Right. So that was a strike against me. And then like the
so this is one particular manager.
Yes, this manager was going around, somebody stole this money and this and that, and like I had no problem when you trying to figure it out when you talking to like other co-workers and supervisors or whatever. That's cool, but when you start telling other people, the people that come into the store or whatever, oh, somebody finna get fired and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, man, like nah. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm done here. Yeah, so I left, and that was it. I guess I still frequent that store, and for the longest, the manager was still there, and I actually quit without like putting no 2 weeks notice in. I don't do 2 weeks notice no more.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, nigga, get a 2 day notice, nigga. I am gone 2 days.
Yeah, yes, I am out. So,
I'm done.
So yeah, I go back there or whatever. You finna clock in?
Nigga, no.
Like I went back years later, and that was her response. You finna clock in, right? No.
What the fuck was it? So I think that's wild that they make y'all replace the money, because when I was working at one of my bank jobs, my drawer was short like $500 one time. Yeah, I thought I was fired.
Wow.
I ain't get fired.
Whoa.
I didn't take the money, of course, but like just you doing shit at the bank, I'm giving away thousands and thousands of dollars a day.
A day.
And then somehow I ended up $500 short, and they was never able to find it.
Wow.
And then I think even when I went to my other bank, my second bank at PNC or whatever, I think I was still end up being short like about $500 too.
Wow.
But like I know it was $500, but when you're in banking, dog, you're dealing with thousands of dollars. You go be short, and then I was the vault teller, so I would have like $150,000 I was supposed to count at some point of the night. So a pack of 20s get stuck under something. It's $2,000. Like, nigga, it's $530. I gotta go.
Yeah, it's time for me to go.
Yeah,
time for me to bounce.
But let me tell you about the worst manager I ever had. So, yeah, this is a whole timestamp. B, get ready.
Turn you up.
So look, this manager was terrible.
Okay.
She had this complex to where she thought she was just such hot shit. I believe that she used to be like above average pretty when she was younger and thinner or whatever, but that's not who she is today. And I don't think
we talk about today.
Right, today. And I don't think she knows that she's not that same hot young thing anymore. Like you that's not you. So she just think that she's like super cute. She thinks she's like better than everybody. She's like super entitled, and everybody can be inconvenienced but her. If she's inconvenienced, then it's a problem. If somebody else is inconvenienced, that's just how the job is.
Right.
It's inconvenient sometimes. So, but how bad was she? How bad was she? So, one day I was on vacation. I was coming back from vacation. And this was the week my mom had got like super sick or whatever. And then I had messaged her. I'm like, yo, my mom gotta have surgery or whatever. I'm not gonna be in tomorrow or whatever. I'm like, she almost died. She gotta have surgery. I'm gonna be in tomorrow. And then she said, okay, but the thing is, we need somebody to open tomorrow. I'm like, I told you my mom almost fucking died, and you're gonna tell me you need somebody to open tomorrow?
Open.
Yeah, I'm not. So I didn't even reply.
Good for you.
Left that shit on red.
Self-care.
Yeah, self-care for sure. And this lady always had it out against me, always. But it wasn't just me. It was another one of my coworkers. So one of my coworkers had ended up getting pregnant or something, right? And she didn't want to keep the baby. So she was like, yo, I'm about to go get an abortion or whatever. And she was super casual about it, which I think is wild.
That's wild.
Like I said, being at the bank, girls, people just talk about everything. Because you with these people for like 10 hours a day.
I see.
So, and this is the same girl with the whole story. This is the same one who robbed the nigga. Yeah, the same girl who robbed the nigga. And
that's nuts.
Yeah. And so anyway, she told the manager, she's like, yo, I'm not gonna be in because I'm gonna go get an abortion on this day or whatever. And then the manager was like, okay, started looking at the schedule. And then she was like, well, what time are you gonna go get it or whatever? And then she told her the time, and she said, well, can you come in like after? Like, you want her to come in after an abortion? Like, she's literally destroying the whole baby, and you want her to come in after? And you say that shit like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And like this, I'm telling you, this manager was just terrible. Like, so everybody at my branch, we shared a management team because our branch was so small. We shared a management team. So people at our branch had a problem with this manager, and the people at the other branch had a problem with this manager. But they just never, ever did anything about it. So we just all had to suffer with her until she quit. And then I found out she was quitting Me and my coworkers, we went out to the bar. We had drinks. We pulled up. It was so nice. And when she told me, like, I was like so happy. I felt like this burden had been like lifted off of our shoulders and everything. And I was just so happy. But yeah, she was like a horrible manager, and nothing was ever her fault. Nothing was ever her fault. Like, she would be working on something, and then she would forget to sign something, like a document for a loan or something. Had to be Greg's fault. Like,
wow.
Like, okay, I went into this branch this week, but it's fine.
Right, I ain't even on schedule today.
No, but that was it though.
That's nutty.
Yeah, nah.
That is nutty.
So I was a supervisor for a little bit at one of my banks. I think I did it for like 3 months, 3 to 6 months, and that just wasn't for me. That's
tough. Like, being a supervisor is tough. I'm a team lead, and I hate it. Like, I feel like the pay is not worth the stress. It's not. So some days I go in and I be like I said, I just don't feel like it. Like, cause unfortunately, I learned from one of the overachiever team leaders, but he was super cool and like everything flowed. So like, but when you go to the other shifts, like, team leads sit at their desk all day, don't do nothing until somebody call them. Right. Where on the other hand, the guy I learned from, like, he never sat down. Like, occasionally you will catch him standing at his desk, and he'll be on the Google incognito mode checking like baseball scores or whatever. Yeah, super cool white dude. Super cool.
Yeah, you said baseball. I knew he was white.
Well, he watched basketball. He watched basketball, football, and baseball. Yeah, but I think he's more of a baseball guy. He actually played amateur league baseball. But yeah, so he's super cool guy or whatever. But I learned from him because he was our team lead. So when he left, like, I already had all his mannerisms and how he did stuff. But after going to so many other shifts, like doing overtime on other people's shifts, and I'm like, dude, y'all don't do nothing. Right. Like, I'm finna start doing that. like because we in a union. Right. So I don't get paid more for doing more. Right. Like, I get paid the same amount you get paid. I get my raise and you get your raise. Yep. So no, like, I'm not about to do this. Right. So yeah, I just stopped going above and beyond. Every now and again I'll do it, you know what I mean, just because like I'm already on like really good rapport with the general manager and the assistant manager and some of the like engineering managers or whatever. Yeah. Like, we on really good accord or whatever. Nice. So every now and again I'll do it just to keep that image up, but you're not finna get all of this out of me, man. Until I get a raise, you're not finna get this out of me.
You ever had to fire anybody?
I can't. Oh. Yeah, I'm only a team lead. I'm not a supervisor.
You ever been in a room when they fire somebody?
No.
Yo.
I mean, I can give the okay. I can be like, so with trainees or whatever, or they really temps, but I don't like saying temps. I call them trainees. So if a temp isn't working out, like if they not moving fast enough, if they not learning the job, then I can be like, yeah, let that person go. But if they hire it in, yeah, I have no say. So all I can do is give them an infraction and then tell George to write them up. No. Or tell supervisor to write them up. I can't actually write them up. I can just do infractions. That's it.
Yo, so I'm gonna make this story really short. So being a supervisor, I had to be in a room when the manager fired somebody this one time. So, and I didn't be a supervisor for that. I don't even know why the heck I wanted to be a supervisor. Looking in hindsight, I should have just told everybody no. So it was this one girl working at the branch. I think she might have been short, probably like $600, $1,000 or something. She was short. And, you know, people be short all the time. So then one day the assistant manager called me in there. She said, yo, Greg, we gonna have to let what's your name go today. I'm like, word? Like, dang, you gotta do that? That's tough. And then she said, well, but the things I'm gonna need you there. I mean, like, what you mean you need me there?
What you need me there, bro?
So she said they need a witness. I'm like, oh, dang. So I've been carrying this with me all day. She told me this at like 10 a.m. And I'm like, oh my God, like, are you about to do it right now? She said, no, we gonna wait till the end of the day. So we gonna make the whole girl work the whole shift, and then we got to let her go. I'm like, oh my God. So it's getting towards the end of the day, and I'm like, surprise audit or whatever. And then she said, oh, okay. I'm like, cool. So everything going according to plan. She's none the wiser. I'm counting her money and stuff. Yeah. Okay, boom, she balanced. So we putting her money up, and she's talking about all of this stuff that she gonna do at work when she come in tomorrow. And I'm like, no, you not. No. You not though. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we put her money up. We counted it, put it up, locked it. And I'm like, yo, the assistant manager want to just see you real quick before you go. So we walked over there, and then I closed the door. And then the assistant manager is sitting there in front of the desk. Oh, girl, sit down at the desk. And the first thing I do is look out the window. I look dead ass out the window on the
no more witnesses.
Yeah, on the Southfield Road, bro. And the assistant manager was pretty much telling her that she's fired. Pretty much. Wow. And then she was just saying it, and I'm just getting more and more nervous as time goes on. Like, I started brushing my hair looking out the window. Like, I just needed something to do with my body and hands. Like, I think I never brushed my hair. And I'm brushing my hair looking out the window. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like no mirror. Nigga.
Right. I'm just brushing my hair like she getting fired. Like, no, everybody does this. And,
this is normal.
And the girl started crying and stuff.
Wow.
And then the manager started yelling at each other, and I'm just standing there brushing my hair like, waves, baby, waves.
360s.
Like, I need them. And then she left, and that was it. But it was kind of awkward being in there when somebody get fired, especially when you had to hold it in all day. Like,
yeah, how could you do that?
Yeah, then she was like, yeah, why you make me work the whole day? And the manager was like, well, you were scheduled to work today.
Wow. So, see, I got fired twice.
Damn.
I got fired twice. And it's the same thing. Like, they waited until the end of the day. Now, one of them, I like tried to get fired or whatever because I just didn't want to work there no more. And it was like, I had already had like, I think at this particular job, I could only have like 5 points. And each time you come late is like a point or half a point or something like that.
Was this the place out in Livonia?
No.
Oh.
No. I actually left there, and then he asked me to come back, and I was like, no, I'm good. But we actually still on good terms. But this particular place, it was actually I don't want to say her name. But remember I was working at that plant, and yeah. The girl at the time, this girlfriend, her mom was HR or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had got tired of working at the plant or whatever because I didn't know that it was like a temp job or whatever. Like, I thought I was actually hired in. And like, I had seen like all these like, it was just a bad work environment in general. Like, I was one of 5 people on my shift that spoke English. I was maybe one of 3 people that spoke perfect English. And I was like one of 2 black guys. So I was just like, the odds were not in their favor. I was not going to be here long. I saw my supervisor walk up, which is the other black guy or whatever. I'm going to tell you the story next about him. So he walks up or whatever. And he's, you got to go to the office. You got your other point or whatever. Because I was coming late, like back to back on purpose just to get fired or whatever. So coming in late, like, for like 2 weeks or whatever, got those points racked up. So he's like, yeah, you got to sign this, and you got your points and yeah. So I'm okay, cool. So I come back out, I'm working. I used to cut fabric for these cars or whatever, for like the seats and stuff like that. So I would cut the fabric. So I'm sitting there doing the same job or whatever, and then I see the supervisor come out, and he's with like a big group of like new employees or whatever. So I was like, yep. It's my time to go. So 2 o'clock hit. He's like, hey, Bobby, man, come here. So I'm like, cool. So I walk in the office, and then the girl, the HR lady is there. This is my ex-girlfriend's mom or whatever. And she's like, I'm so sorry, Bobby, but we gotta let you go. I'm like, cool. like I was like, thank you. I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's whatever. And she's like, you have a good day. I hope it work out. I'm like, I'm going to be great. I am going to be fine when I leave. Trust me. So the funny story about that particular supervisor, that guy, the black guy, after I got the team lead position at this job, he was a temp at my job.
So now you his boss now.
No, I was his boss. I mean, he wasn't on my shift, but he was in my department.
Yeah.
And there was a possibility that like I could have went to that shift to do like overtime or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would have been his boss while I was there or whatever. But yeah, it was funny. It was a funny story. Then I think he ended up quitting. But he wasn't there long. After I saw him, I recognized him. Like, oh man, what's up? He's like, oh man, not much. Yeah. But yeah, it was funny.
Nice.
A funny story. Dude, have you ever been somewhere, or not, I can't even phrase it like that. You do not know the fear and terror that comes over you when you're out with your girlfriend and you see somebody sees you, a girl sees you, but they're wearing your mask, and you don't know who that girl is, but they wave at you and speak to you and look dead at you, dude, it is terrifying.
like, tell me more. Like, what happened?
So me and my girlfriend at the grocery store, we're in line, and my girlfriend asked this girl, "Hey, are you in line or whatever?" Or we were walking to get in line. My girlfriend says, "Hey, are you in line?" And the girl's like, "Yeah, we're in line." She was like at like the, you know how they have the Kool-Aid section, like right near the thing or whatever. So she's over there. So she come back to her buggy, and she has a little girl with her or whatever. So she's at the buggy. She come back, and she look at me and just wave like, "Hey," and I'm like, I don't know you. Like the fear, like my heart dropped. Like
what do you think was gonna happen?
Nothing. It was just the like, I am out with my girl right now. I don't know you,
man. Hey,
I do not know this woman.
See,
I promise, babe, I do not know her.
Has that happened before? Or something? Did she trip off on you about this before?
No, she's never tripped. Like, so the thing is, the unfortunate truth is that I know somebody every time I go somewhere. No matter where I go, like downtown Detroit, I can go to Texas right now and I know somebody. I can go to Antarctica, I know somebody.
Damn.
Australia, I know somebody.
Tough,
like, like I know somebody. Whether it be somebody's cousin or like whether they know me and I know them, or just I know them from somewhere.
Right.
Happens a lot. Like I'm a church baby. Been in church almost my whole life or whatever, especially the past like 7-8 years. So I know a lot of people from other churches.
Right.
They may not remember me, but like, oh, that's such and such from this place, that's such and such from that place. And most of the time they do know me. Or it's been very rare occasions where I know somebody or somebody knows me, I don't know them. It's been very rare. Where like I'll know their face, I know where I know I'm from, but it's rare that I don't know their name.
Right.
So like I think it's only happened like maybe once or twice or whatever. But whether it's guy, girl, whatever, young, old, I know somebody everywhere I go. So just this particular day or today, it was just like, it was terror. Like, I don't know why. I was never been caught off guard like that.
But you act like you got priors or something. Like you've been struck before.
Like I don't. But I don't know. It was just the fear, like fear took over me. Like, God, I don't know what's gonna happen in this grocery store right now. She's gonna pop off on me. I don't know. But
I feel like your girl be pretty understanding
to a degree. I think she already got a problem that like I'm cordial with some of my exes or whatever. So to see just this random girl in a grocery store,
she would hate me. She would just definitely hate me.
Yes,
a lot.
So it's. I don't know. It was weird. Like,
no, see,
but I knew the girl because she was going into the new year. She was on my team at the job or whatever, and she was one of the new trainees I was training. So she was like, "Oh, yeah, I used to work at the job." I'm like, "Oh, the mask. I didn't recognize you. Hey, how you doing?" So, and when she said that, I remember exactly who she was. I'm like, "Okay, I know who you are."
Yeah. That wasn't that. So that was just like, you automatically went to worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So
my mom went left.
So I had an experience similar to that, but mine just actually went to worst case scenario. But I didn't expect that to happen. So back in the day, me and you always go to Pizza Hut or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we would always go with them two girls, and we would just eat pizza, go before or after a movie or whatever, right? So one time I had took my girlfriend at the time because I'll go to the movies with you and them two girls, but those were some of my girlfriends or whatever. I had a girlfriend at the time. Right. So me and my girlfriend went to that Pizza Hut place. And then the waitress came up to me and was like, "Oh, hey, I know you. You're the person who comes here with those two girls all the time."
Hey,
and I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why in the fuck would you say that? Like, I'm just sitting over here. I'm trying to order. If you don't want to tip, just say that. You don't have to sabotage yourself. Like,
all right.
So I spent the course of dinner explaining that it's not what she thought it was, which is really hard to explain because
in the middle of dinner. Because
for some reason, my girl always thought I was like cheating. I wasn't.
Wow. Okay.
But she always thought I was.
That's an insecurity. I couldn't deal with something like that. If you just, I might as well do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to accuse me, I might as well go out and do it.
Might as well.
Like, seriously, I probably would have. The second you accuse me of doing it, I'm going to go out and do it.
You know what, though? To be fair, I did not make her feel very secure. They say, something reassurance kills like insecurities.
Yeah.
I gave her zero reassurance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, for one, I just didn't really like her like that.
Yeah,
and
you just fell into that relationship. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, that is a story for another pod for sure.
Ooh,
like
that's good content.
Yeah, that's a good one. All from a missent text message, which I think is tough.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Speaking of text and messages, do you think it's okay to keep your ex's nudes after y'all break up?
Those were a gift. those were a gift.
Yeah.
Are they in my direct gallery? No. Am I looking at them on a daily basis? No. But it's my choice. These were a gift. Right. If I want to keep these were a gift. If that's the case, every woman should give back or throw away all the jewelry, everything that guy has brought you or given to you as a gift. You should throw it away. Period.
On God.
Period. And that's it. I'm not taking up for nobody in this scenario. Like, I'm not caping. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a fake feminist thing. Like no. Those were a gift. Yeah. And like, especially if I didn't ask for those, you just freely giving them out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. No.
Now, do you feel it's a difference from having them archived versus having them immediately accessible?
Having them immediately accessible is a problem. Okay. I think that's a problem. But just having them like if you got them on like an old email that you ain't checked in like 2 years, no big deal. Or if you like got them somewhere like on a computer or something like that, no big deal. Right. But if it's something like that you can just easily get to, or like if a child can easily get to these nudes or whatever, that's a problem. Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely.
You know, and I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Because if you sent them or whatever, I don't care if you sent them to me or if it's like a video of us, especially if I'm in it. If I'm in it, there's no way I'm deleting this. Like,
I'm a co-star.
Right, I own 50% of this. You fooling if you think I'm about to just like, oh, because we broke up. Like no. Like I'm gonna tell you I deleted them, sure, but you know I got it on like 10 different hard drives. Like
have you not seen my room?
Like, boy, like it's backed up.
No, that's no.
Like I say, as long as you just keep them for yourself, you're not like leaking them or nothing like that.
Yeah, you ain't showing nobody. Like I said, and you not going back to them like while you're in a new relationship or whatever.
Do you think that's bad?
I think so. I think that rekindles old memories and stuff like that. Old attachments. It can make you want that person again, even if it's just sexually or whatever. I think that's an issue.
See, and I don't feel like if I go back and I see one, it doesn't make me be like, damn, I want that back. It just makes me think, damn, I had that. I nutted on her face. Like I'm finished.
See, we different. Like if I see it, I want that back.
No, see, I don't want it back because like I didn't have it. It makes me want something new.
No, not even like just in the sexual man. Not like I don't want that person. I remember those days.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah, I remember them days, and those were cool. But like, I feel like it's cool to just see and reminisce on again. Like not like to just see again. But I wouldn't go out it wouldn't make me be like, yo, I'm gonna hit her up. Like with the girl, like I'm talking to now, like she's an old one or whatever, but it ain't like I had some old picture and I'm like, you know what? Because of this, I'm going to want to hit her up, right, or whatever. And like, but I have old pictures of other people and I haven't hit them up because, like I said, I had that already. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's just
that's a rare goat move. That's a goat move, but I ain't got that kind of. That's why I just like nah, and that's why I like a lot of them. So I may be a hypocrite, but a lot of them I have deleted. But I don't feel like it's mandatory to delete them. Right. Like I said, as long as they're not easily accessible, you pick up your phone, you go through them. If it looks like if they're in your phone, it looks like you're cheating. That's a problem. Like you shouldn't be able to, like your guy, your girl shouldn't be able to pick up your phone and you got old or what you perceive as old news, but then to them it like this person is sending you news. So
how about this? You go on your girl phone, you see news of her. That she hasn't sent you.
That's a problem.
Whoa. Okay. Now.
Well, it depends. It depends. If like, because some girls, I do know girls that send their friends like their nudes or whatever.
I'm friends with plenty of girls, and none of them have sent me nudes.
No, I mean like other girls.
No, fuck that. No, friends are friends, and
they're not. They're not. I like if your girl and her friends, her other girlfriends are semi-homo and they send these kind of things or whatever, then I think that's, it's whatever. But you be careful with that. Like, definitely be careful.
Oh, especially me. Especially me. Did you hear episode 2? Shit.
Yeah, be careful with that. But yeah, if they got the news, you ain't sending that to me. I need that.
I need that.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because they like anything can happen. Like, what did Captain America say in Civil War? Who's
America's ass?
Nah. He said, the safest hands are still our own. Something like that. Now, I need those in my hands.
Yeah.
Like they could be showing those to anybody. Like most of them got kids. Like, and then they can deal with crazy dudes, so they go through their phones, and then that dude can send your picture to his phone, and now he's sending it out. Somebody can crack his iPhone, and nah, send that to me.
Nah, for sure.
Safekeeping.
Got to,
definitely.
So we approaching the 1 hour mark, Bob. What you got on the docket for the last topic before we get into songs and building blocks?
Man, I got small topic. Small win for myself.
Oh, we didn't even do sports. God damn it.
Small one. Yeah. Is anything happening in sports?
Matthew Stafford got traded.
Yeah. What you think will happen?
I think Matthew Stafford is going to make a deep playoff run.
Deep playoff run? Like.
And I think they're going to win the NFC.
Wow.
Or they're going to go to the NFC title game. Let me phrase that.
Okay.
So they're going to be one of the final 2 teams going to the NFC.
Nice. Again, I don't know anything about football.
Okay. Well, that's our sports.
That's it. Sports
you got the time?
Yeah. So, small win for myself. I feel like I beat the sneakerheads and the scalpers.
Oh, yeah. What happened with this?
Okay. So, January 28th is J. Cole's birthday.
Right.
So, last year he...
Was that today? Oh, no, it's a couple days ago.
That was a couple days ago. So, last year, I don't know if it was on the same date, but he dropped... Puma gave him his own version of the Dreamer shoe or whatever, because this shoe apparently was already out, but like they brought him in and he was able to revamp it and have his own version of it. So it was around the time when Return of the Dreamers 3 came out. So he had his own shoe or whatever, and like I was like, oh man, I really wish I had the extra money to get that shoe. Whoop. So didn't have the money, didn't get it. So then, just a couple days, or like around the 21st, 22nd, he recreated the 2014 Forest Hill Drive album cover, and he did it with the new shoes on or whatever. He's like, hey, January 28th, I had to take it back, but this time in my own kicks. So he showed up the shoes or whatever. They drop on January 28th. So I'm like, bet. I get paid the day before. I'm getting these shoes. So turn around. I wake up. 9 o'clock or 9:30, I wake up because I'm like, look, they gonna sell out. It's gonna be crazy. So I got my phone out. I'm on a Puma site, and I'm refreshing it. I'm on my computer. Got that refreshing it. Not 9:59. Refreshing.
I know this game for sure.
So I'm like, cool. 10 o'clock hit on my PC. Boom, I got them. So I hurry up, checked out, got them all there. By 10:01, I was in my bed back asleep. Nigga was so happy.
And I want you to know, man, that is an anomaly. And like, I'm glad you got your dub, but as a nigga who semi does this, like our fights are different.
Definitely. I know, like that was like a level 5 Charmander, like versus what you.
No, I got the level 98 Charizard with my 1 badge, and it doesn't do what the fuck I say. So
yes, definitely.
I ain't caught no new shoes in a minute. And the crazy thing about me and the shoes is I don't really so much care about the shoes as I enjoy trying to get them.
Okay.
I enjoy the chase. I enjoy the process.
Right.
The luck. See if I can get through all the bots and everybody else is trying to get them. Because then when it's all said and done, like it's all of these people who wanted these shoes who wasn't able to get them for whatever reason. But for whatever reason, I was able to get them. I had the persistence. I persevered and all of this other stuff. I was able to get them. And like I got some Travis Scott's or whatever, from Travis Scott Forest or whatever. And I was able to get them for like $250 or whatever. And now they're going for like $890.
That's crazy.
And I never wore them. So that's why I don't wear my shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. You could pay somebody rent with just you flip that pair of shoes.
I paid my own rent with some shoes back when I was living at the apartment.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I sold them black ones and I sold them glow in the dark ones.
Yeah. And then like what, 2 years later you sold the Kobe's when he passed?
Oh, did I ever tell the Kobe story? I guess it's as good a time as any.
Tell it.
All right, so look, it was Kobe Day. I forgot what year it was. Might have been 2017, 2016. And on 8/24, they released these limited edition Kobe Bryant Air Force Ones with like Mamba snake skin on them or whatever. And one shoe had number 8 on it. The other shoe had 24 on it. They were like, they were limited, but not like super limited. They were like $150, $160. So I went online, I bought them, and I got them delivered. That was it. I put them with my collection, never ever touched them. And then eventually he died.
The unfortunate passing of Kobe.
Yeah, unfortunately he passed or whatever. And then the next day or 2 days later, I looked online to see how much these shoes were going for. I looked on StockX, and it showed that these shoes were going for about $1,200. And I looked to see what they were going for before that. So before he died, they were going for about $160, $140. They were going so above and below retail, right around that. And after he died, it went up to $1,200.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, man, like what kind of person would I be to try and make money off of Kobe Bryant's death? So anyway, I went on StockX. I listed them. I listed them for about. Because I think the other person had their shoes listed for like $1,250. So I put mine on there for $1,249. And because the lowest bid gets accepted first. Right. So I put them on there. I'm at work. I get a notification. Your bid has been accepted. Ship your shoes. Nice. And then I went on ahead, shipped them to StockX, had my $1,200 the next day. And
didn't you pay your card note with that?
No, my card note only like $200. Like, so
you told me you paid something with that.
I probably paid like property taxes or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Might have been property taxes or something. Yeah, and but it's cool. And like I said, that's why I buy shoes. That's why I don't wear the shoes. Because I think I look at them as an investment. Yeah. And that's a time that an investment paid off crazy. Imagine if somebody told you, yo, if you give me $150 in 2 years, I'll give you $1,200. That's nuts. You probably wouldn't even believe them. Right. Or whatever. But so people was like, you know what? You should have held on to them. You should have held on to them. The value is going to go up. The value is going to go up. But I know niggas and I know shoes. Mm-hmm. And people are very emotional when somebody passes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to get to mine again. So I went on ahead and I posted them. They got sold, and I've been looking ever since. Ever since I sold my pair, nobody shoes. The highest it's been sold for is like $650. Wow. So I would have made half the amount. Right. Or I just had to keep them. Right. So as much as I love Kobe, as much as I like the shoes,
that's $1,200. That's
$1,200.
Kobe ain't never put $1,200 in your pocket until now. Until that day. So yeah, that's a good flip. Speaking of investments though. Dog, this GameStop.
Oh boy, yeah.
We gotta do at least five minutes on this.
Okay,
at least
sure.
5. This GameStop thing with Reddit and Wall Street Bets, man. So I did my limited amount of digging into this thing, and it's nuts. And niggas is sick. Millionaires is sick about this. For the people that don't know, you want to fill them in?
Okay, so what happened is. The GameStop stock GME has rose about a couple 1,000% over the past week or so. And the reason it's done so is because these big billionaire investment groups and hedge funds decided to short the stock of GameStop. And in layman's terms, to short a stock means you are betting that the stock will drop. So if the stock is $15 and then it goes down to 14, you win. Right. If the stock is 15 and it goes up to 16, you lose. Right. And for every dollar for whatever the amount is that it goes up, you have to pay that. Mm-hmm. So the investment people like, no, yeah, we're going to short GameStop. So when people started buying GameStop, it started driving it up.
Right. So they started losing money.
They started losing money because they were thinking it was going to go from 15 to 14 to 13. Right. But it's still from 15 to 50 to 100, 200, 300. So these big investment companies have lost in the billions of dollars betting against GameStop. And these niggas on Reddit was like, "Oh, you fucking with GameStop, nigga? Power to the players, nigga!" And they rose the stock up. Yeah. And then the first person who did it was some crazy internet name like Good Fucking Value. That's like his Reddit name. Okay. So he was the first person to do it. He put in $50,000. Wow. So that $50,000 he put in, I think at the highest turned into like $9 million. So he took about $3 million of that out and he left $6 of it in.
Nuts.
or whatever. But the nigga was just on the internet fucking around, putting in $50,000. Nigga became a millionaire fucking around
overnight.
Literally crazy. Overnight.
That's so the part that I figured out was apparently there's this guy who, just like every other major industry, he's playing both sides of the coin. So he'll go out and he will report that this company is doing bad. They just switched to this CEO or they're doing this and this is going to drop immediately. And he's one of the main people that's betting against these companies. So he'll go out, give a bad review about this company and then turn around and bet against it knowing that it's going to drop. And so he's one of the people that are actively against stopping like Robinhood or whatever stopping Robinhood from paying people out or having these people trade or whatever.
Right.
It's crazy. So apparently on if you want to look up the Reddit thread, is r/Wall Street Bets, and apparently they're targeting different things. I don't know how true it is. Please don't go and put your money into this off my word. But they said it was BlackBerry next. Like Nokia, BlackBerry.
It was like Nokia, BlackBerry, AMC. AMC was a big one. And because I actually had some AMC stock. And I had bought like 3 or 4 shares when it was at like $3. And then I ended up selling it because they was filing for bankruptcy. So my $3 went down like $1.50 or some shit like that. So I just cashed it out and like gave my $4.50, my $4 back or whatever. And then the shit went up to like $13 or whatever. So that's where it's about 11 now.
Okay.
So, but that just shows how the stock market can be manipulated.
But they've been doing it for the longest.
Absolutely.
But it was until we found out.
Yeah, no, you can't let poor niggas have money.
They call us the retail investors. We can't find out.
Yeah, no,
that's crazy.
Because the wealthy people have to stay wealthier than you. If they don't want you like at their tables, they don't want you in their neighborhoods, right? Especially if you're black. But anyway, that's not.
That's a different topic.
Yeah,
but that's insane. That is insane.
That's insane. And I've always dabbled in investing.
See, I never have. And the more I talk to you about it, the more I see the more I get like into it. But I just. You know me, I just do not gamble.
You don't.
I don't gamble for nothing. I'll make little handshake bets, but it like don't put money on it. No.
So speaking of bets, say we talked about it. The online sports bets have been made legal in Michigan recently. Yeah. And going to the stock market is pretty much just like that. But if you do a sports bet and you lose all your money. If you go to the stock market and you like quote unquote lose, you don't lose it all. You lose the difference. So like I said, if you buy something at $20 a share, then it goes down to $15 a share, you still get your $15 per
just
share.
Lose 5.
Right, per share. But like I say, if it goes up, you know what I'm saying, you get that too. You get that back. Or whatever. So I don't know. Like I said, I consider the stock market kind of like gambling, but
it definitely is gambling. Like I think it is. I think it's gambling, and I do think it might be a bigger rush. It might be easier to manipulate versus like these casinos and stuff like that, as we can see.
Right.
But it's power to the people, man. If y'all, want to get into investing, definitely, look into it or whatever. Look up that Wall Street Bets Wall Street Bets on Reddit. Find a good thread or good group to get into or whatever. Just be careful. Just be careful out there, man. Like it's your money, your livelihood. People gonna be watching you about that stuff. So be careful.
For sure.
But I think that's it. You got anything else?
No, that's about it. So we got songs though. I'm always eager to put somebody on some unknown artist and some unknown song.
Of course. I'm gonna let you go first. I took it off last time, so I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. So the song I'm gonna be playing first is a song called, let me see which one I want to play though, man. I got so many low-key hits.
Bangers.
You know what? I'm going to play this one song called Going Through the Motions by Kazi. That was Kazi, Going Through the Motions.
That's actually really dope. Man, I'm not really with that melodic stuff, but you play some pretty good hits.
Yes, man. I have great taste in music.
You have really good taste in music. I'm just not with that melodic stuff, man. That's all.
That's on you.
I like my hip hop backpacker, hippity hop
nigga, hippity. Spiritual miracle whip.
Nigga. Yes, nigga. Yes, I love it. So once again, I'm putting on for the city. Playing somebody y'all may not have heard of. Or maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't know. It's a guy named Nolan the Ninja. Really super dope artist or whatever. I think he's from the West Side though, but he's still gang. But yeah, the title of this song is called Yen. This is Nolan the Ninja. Yen. Yen. Yearn. Eternal Nirvana. Man,
good track. I like that.
It's dope, right?
Yeah.
He produced that too. Like he make beats and he write.
I wish I could produce. I don't have the patience though.
Dude, I don't either. I don't have the patience to rap. My successful verse coming though. My successful verse coming.
Finish your thing, Bob.
So look, no, I miss the third verse on rap songs. Like that's how niggas ain't got bars no more. I miss the third verse.
But you know what though? The third verse was just eventually rendered unnecessary because
radio play. Yeah.
So look, if you go hook, verse, hook, you don't really need it. If you go verse, hook, maybe. Just because for like time.
Time. I think it definitely correlates into the whole streaming era. You stream a song faster, more money, stuff like that. But I just missed the third verse, man. Like give me another 16. Give me another 32.
But you know what though? I feel like for the most part, for a lot of the songs that I really, really like, I feel like the second verse was better than the third.
With some artists, yeah, because you can tell they just trying to stretch it. I need a third verse here, third verse.
So I feel like now, but I'm cool with this, and I feel like the third verse should be exclusively reserved for features.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, and but it does make songs longer. Like that song is 4 minutes long, 4 minutes 12 seconds. Like, but I could do it. Like it's a good song.
And my song was like 1:59.
Yeah, good song. But
it's going through the motions,
man. Anyway, that was the Block Talk podcast, man.
But before we go, we got building blocks, right?
Yeah. We got building blocks, man. Let me give y'all a little something to ride home to, man. A little something to think about.
We got to give me a segment.
Yeah, think about something, man.
I'm thinking something.
Think about something.
I mean, it won't probably be nearly as insightful as yours. Probably be just
look, man. I gotta give people a little something.
What if I do like light skin commandments or something?
Light skin commandments. Hold on, I got a quote. I think y'all don't recognize.
Bro, you got your do rag tucked into your hat. Why?
Tucked.
Yo,
ain't out here lacking.
That's like the opposite of what 50 Cent did. Like niggas used to roll it up into the do-rag. He got it rolled into that hat.
He got it rolled into that hat, boy. Hold on level.
That's tough.
All right, man. This quote is by a Lebanese poet or Lebanese writer by the name of Khalil Gibran. One of my favorite ones, actually. Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility. Khalil Gibran.
I'm gonna have to listen to that again.
Yeah, check it out, man. It's actually from the Boondocks. Like that's where I first heard it when they're on the boat when Granddad's friend passed Momo Guns when he passed and they on the boat.
Was that season 3?
I don't remember.
I didn't see season 3.
Oh yeah, but they on the boat and he is like, they say, yeah, Huey, say something nice, say something good over.
Oh yeah.
And then the little hater was like, man, that ain't even rhyme. But yeah, it's a dope quote or whatever. Just sometimes you gotta sit with yourself and think, man. Like the pain you feeling, you know what I mean? It's your body letting you know something. So sit. Think about it. See what your body is trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Whether that be mental, physical, whatever, spiritual. But yeah, that's it. That's your building blocks for this week on the block.
All right, and I think that's the end of the Block Talk podcast, episode 3.
Episode 3, man.
You got anything else before we go, Bob?
I ain't got nothing, man. I'm ready to eat.
You got anything in turn? Yeah, she made Alfredo.
Man, I love it.
Yo, the girl we talking to, she refuses to make me Alfredo because she calls it Hofredo.
Chill.
Yo, that's what I said. Like I go to Olive Garden and get this.
Right, man. This is an upscale meal.
No, anyway, man. Thank y'all for joining the Block Talk podcast. So we about to go get some Alfredo.
Yeah, man. Check it out. Peace.